welcome back to my channel. My name is Wendy Ologe, the Intentional Parent, and you're back here. If you have not subscribed to our channel, look down here and just click the subscribe button, and then also remember to turn on the notification button so anytime we share our videos you'll be notified, so you will see the content that you're always here to see. So today I'm sharing 10 reasons why fathers must be involved in parenting their children. Yes, I know mothers are awesome and all the things that we want to say about mothers. Mothers are great. They do a fantastic job raising their children. However, there's so many benefits of having a father figure actively involved in the child's life. It's worth looking at. Let us look at the benefits. Let us also remember why it's good for children to spend regular time with their fathers. So fathers, if you're watching this video, remember you have a role to play. Number one, for balance. Children benefit from having both parents who have different opinions and different personalities. Now, I know that there are a lot of people who are now parenting alone more and more every day. But the truth is, you need to find a way to balance this father figure thing. Is important. All right? So the physical contact, the larger proportion of their time playing, the way dads play is not the same. All right? So the balance that they create is important. Having two parents, with different strengths, the weakness, their point of view also helps your child to be able to grow up and become that well-rounded adult that you're looking for. Number two, children need dads in their lives so that they can understand men. Oh yes, you heard me really right. Children can only experience the male figure by seeing the male role models. And who is better than the father to be the first role model for your child? So, and your child's dad is ideally suited to be that role model. Ideally, because this is especially important for boys. So after age of 6, there's this thing, it could be the male tendencies, to protect, to provide, to educate, and to also set firm limits. There's something about boys wanting to cast, their roles over someone that they look up to, a male figure. It is natural. So when your child turned 6, I realized that when our son turned about, I think that was 8, he started to want to wear his father's clothes. Is a natural thing that happens. A boy grows to a certain age and the boy is looking for that role model to be in their shoes, to look up to. So when the male figure is there, it helps the boy. It helps the boy understand who he is as a man. And it also helps your daughter understand who the male figure is. And it shows the children the real men that can be, independent, do housework, hug, kiss. So if you are able to be in their lives, it makes it a lot more easier for the children to actually go through the life balance. And they also see how men dress differently. They see how men grow, stubble, how men behave generally. The things about men is not the same. So they understand the male figure by having their fathers in their lives. That is number 2. Number 3, for behavior. Yes, behavior. Research shows that children with good enough, that's, I am putting that in quotes, dads who are in their lives, who are good role models to them, are more likely to behave well. Do you know why? Because fathers often have more roles, to be set the example that children are able to follow. There's an energy that comes with being a father and being in the home. All right. So some people also say they are firmer and that they are fairer when it comes to discipline. And that children need discipline to be able to thrive well. All right. Mothers tend to adjust the discipline to the child's state of mind many of the times. Fathers are more predictable and consistent with discipline. And when it comes to discipline, from my book, The Discipline That Works, I wrote that one of the things that can make your discipline work is that you need consistency and you need to be predictable. The moment you become unpredictable with your discipline, you lose your children. Your children do not know what to think about you anymore. They get confused about the things that happen around them. And that is number 3.
All right, so now we're on the 4th reason why fathers should be in the lives of their children, aside for education. That's the 4th reason. Okay, so recently I was with my children's proprietors and we were discussing the performance of the children who their fathers are involved and their fathers are not involved. In fact, it was so shocking because I had shared that with her before, and she was like, do you know that I was so surprised to find out that the children their fathers get involved are the ones that are really doing well. So you need to understand that your involvement with your child, will help your child in all facets of life, including their education. Then we go to number 5. Why do you need to be involved in your child's life as a father? Number 4, for friendship. Yes, friendship. Children who have, an involved dad are more likely to grow up to have better social skills, and also have longer and closer friendship with less conflict, because fathers are less likely than their mother to be swayed by what the children want. Children who have fathers around are better at give and take, and more able to take turns with other children. So there are a lot of things that the fathers are able to instill, not necessarily by being all over the place, but just by their presence and by getting involved in teaching their children what they need to do. In the recent times, I found out that there are a lot of things that my children don't get fascinated by me doing. So except their father is involved, they just, when I talk about it, they just it doesn't matter. But once their father is there and is involved, and I've seen how it has helped the children become a lot more better at both handling themselves and also being able to develop social skills. Number 6. Yes, are we on number 6? Yes, we're number 6. Okay, so now you ask what is the next thing we're going to talk about? Self-esteem. Recently, I shared a video on how to build self-esteem in your children. The father's time and attention, you can catch that video right here on my channel. Just search with how to build your child's self-esteem. Fathers, the time and the attention a father gives to their children is a big factor of how the children think about themselves. Very big factor. Spending time with the father can actually boost your child's sense of their own worth. So the more fathers interact with their children, the more of influence they have. Many children crave to hear their dad say the simple word, "I am proud of you." Very interesting. So that's why I'm not just saying fathers who are there. I'm talking about fathers who are involved. Are you an involved father? So when children don't have a father around, they suffer some sense of guilt. Yes, it's been proven over and again. They get upset easily. They doubt themselves. And these things go through to their adulthood. So it's not just about, what the child is doing, what is happening to the child now. It's also about what is happening to the child even much more later. So that's number 6. Number 7, for their mental health. Many times when we raise children, we don't think about their mental health. Oh yes, you heard me right. Children who have an actively involved father have lower incidences in depression. These are proven statistics that have been shared. Suicide, self-esteem, and other mental problems. They are usually, you don't have a large statistics when it comes to children who had involved fathers. On the other hand, children who hate their father will have a far more mental and emotional problems as they grow older. Hate is not a natural emotion. Children are usually taught to hate. So when their fathers are not involved, many times, children are taught to actually hate the other parent. So many times that affects the child even through to adulthood. So the mental health of your child is at risk if you are not involved as a father. Then we go to number 8. For confidence and strength, you need to be there for your child. Now, children tend to have more resilient and more confident when their father are actively involved in their life, because fathers tend to instill more sense of adventure. Think about it. The fathers are more adventurous. In fact, most times in my house, it's my husband that goes with the kids to hike. The other day I saw some videos and they had gone in to go pick some bows and some arrows and whatever they picked some stuff to make bows and arrows. And then I wasn't even there. I think I was sleeping on a Saturday morning and they had come back, go hiking together. The fathers are more adventurous. They are the ones, that want to try things. Mothers are not as adventurous. So it helps the children build their strength. It helps them build their confidence along the line. Number 9. For their best chance of stable relationship. Now, this is a bit dicey. This is a bit a lot of people will have a lot of reservations with this point, but the truth is, when the father is a good enough father, remember I shared that earlier and I said in quotes, if the father is involved and is good enough, it builds a better chances of a good relationship for your child. Because children who have good relationship with their father and their mother are more likely to have good relationship with their partners when they grow older. So in addition, fathers actually teach their sons how to treat women. Yes. Because, I said earlier that your son is going to wear your shoes, like role model you practically. So these sons are the ones. They are going to just look at what you've done. Somehow they pick out all the things that you're doing. So it's okay to be involved. It's good to be involved, but it's even better. It's even more important for you to model the right things. All right. So that is one of the reasons why you need to be involved in the lives of your child. And then they also teach their daughters what to expect in a man. So just a few hours ago, I was having a conversation with my husband, and he says something like, oh, okay, so I have to do all these things. I said, do you know that interestingly, I saw my father doing everything around the house. So for me, my idea of, the husband is supposed to just be around, he had a good laugh. But that's the truth. That's what I saw. All right? That's what I saw. My father was very involved in the kitchen. I remember when my last brother was born, my father did all the cooking for 3 months. My mom didn't enter the kitchen. So, that was my idea, of, okay, this is what the spouse, my husband should do. So you see how my perception about who the husband I should marry should look like. Sometimes when the examples are not right, then of course that's where you begin to see children say, God forbid, I'll never marry someone like my dad. But you know something? Parenting characteristics are reflective. When those things happen, even when the children begin to get involved with those men, they look at it like it is normal. For instance, if you are from a home that your father was abusive to your mother, when you are about choosing your own life partner and there is any sign of abuse, emotionally, physically, you look at it as normal. It will be okay for you to continue in that relationship because that's what you know. Normal. So the wrong thing will look like normal for you. So whatever it is that you're modeling to your child is key, is important, very, very important. And then finally, one of the reasons why children want their fathers, or why you must be involved in the life of your children, is for security. Children with fathers around them are usually better off financially. It goes deeper than you can imagine. So a few days ago, I was in a class teaching on healing from parenting hurts. So in the academy, we have different kinds of courses, and we're teaching on healing from parenting hurt, and we talked about how your financial mindset is formed even from the way you were raised. Yes, your father's involvement helps you to do better when it comes to finance. So, because fathers can help their children feel safe and secure, they can provide a safe home environment, pass on useful hints and tips to their children about how to behave when they are tensed, when they are threatened. Fathers can both protect their children and show them how to protect themselves, which is actually the very important part. So I know that mothers are great people. They do so much. In fact, the burden on the mothers are so much, but the role for fathers to play is enormous, which is one of the reasons why we created the TIP. We call it the Intentional Parent Fathers Conference. It's an annual conference. We started it this year. Already we have over 300 fathers who have registered for that conference. I'm going to share a link in description for you to be able to register for that conference. Part of what we are doing is to raise a conversation on why fathers must be involved in raising their children. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share this video so that more fathers and more mothers too will get to see our video. So thank you, and see you in our other videos. Bye.